Hi, this is a quick video for my channel. The other day, I deleted everything I've ever done on this channel, and I feel great about it. The reason being is because at that time, I was in the teens of quitting marijuana. I don't know, day 19 or something. It might have been a little less. Today is day 23. Now, the reason I just let go of all the videos is since the age of about 27, 28, and I'm now 44, I had been a daily user of marijuana. Now, I had medical reasons for it, and I always chose the least psychotropic and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it completely messed with my thinking. It completely altered my emotions. It was a complete mistake. So I just felt like I need to set fire to all of that stuff. And so that's what I did. I've done this before. I've been down this road before. In 2023, I let go of using marijuana, and I lasted actually about a year. Life happened, as it does, stress, whatever, and I had no other place to turn. So I thought, except to go back to this, this plant. I'm trying to think here. Oh, and the train is hooting at the same time. Anyway, this time, a big difference for myself, and thankfully it came across my radar. Honestly, I hadn't really been considering it, is there is Marijuana Anonymous, just like Alcohol Anonymous. You can go through 12 steps. And for me, I had to admit that marijuana was an addiction. I realized people can use it and get away with it, but for me, I had cultivated a relationship with it to curb emotion, and also it was deeply tied into having colitis, and so I would utilize it. So I told myself medicinally, but essentially all it was doing was numbing me. I've had colitis long enough to make emotional connections and thought pattern connections, and to add this word addict, to my repertoire, to my vocabulary, and attach it to myself is one of the most significant things I've ever done. I've gone to a lot of meetings. Fortunately, there's a lot of Zoom online meetings through the MA app, Marijuana Anonymous app. And it's giving me tremendous perspective on what I did and what I wasted. Now, I want to add that I'm a Christian. I've been a Christian. And I'm way too early in my detox from the drug and my recovery process of using the drug. It goes all the way back to 13 years old is the first time I actually used it. And there had been other times in my past, that's how I knew to go to it when I was 27, that I had used it quite heavily. Freshman in high school, I used it quite heavily. Anyway, but back to the point of Christianity, being a Christian, something was tripping me up terribly. My whole Christian path. I got saved in 2016, and I just kept going through this weird up and down, and I'd quit. I'd be like, I'm a Christian. I'm going to quit weed. And I never thought of myself as an addict. I never thought of it being this very powerful thing that I needed to get away from systematically, and most importantly with support. And that's why I struggled with it and failed at it every single time. I have a strong confidence that with support around me, I'm well ahead of the curve. But to finish my thought about being a Christian who smoked weed, here is the thing that I've discovered. It's day 23 for me, the most destructive part. As a Christian, we are transformed by the renewing of our mind. Jesus says we are to patiently possess our soul. and the devil roams around like a roaring lion, seeking who he can devour. Our greatest asset in this world is a sharp and sober mind. And so I've studied the Bible for the past 10 years. I studied it stoned. I studied it sober. I retained. I memorized. I got the point. And every time I'd see that word sober, I would think, well, yeah, but marijuana is different. And like I said, you can really source different kinds of marijuana. I would always find lower THC stuff. I vaped it is what I did mostly. And it would, if I could possibly find like a CBD to a THC 1-to-1 thing, but that's not the point. I was using it to deal with stuff that God himself, through Jesus Christ, was trying to deal with me. And by numbing myself, I was arresting, complicating, undermining the process of something very basic and very simple once you come into the fold of Jesus Christ, and that is being transformed by the renewing of your mind. So that's where I'm at. I don't know if I'll ever post another video on this channel. I certainly might, simply because I would like to have this as a bit of an accountability place for my journey of sobriety, and being able to use this as a touchstone maybe another month from now. I don't know. But anyway, thank you all for who have subscribed from whenever I have started this channel. This isn't the first time I have deleted videos and just kind of started over. I don't really want to start a new channel. My life's completely changed. I'm 44. The life I've lived up until this point has a lot of stuff that I need to let go of. Weed being a very significant one. And so it just seems disingenuous for me to keep basically any video up. It was done either in a bit of a marijuana haze, or on, it's weird to think, when you don't fully get away from a drug that you use addictively, sobriety becomes kind of a drug as well. So anyway, here's to a reset. Here's to a bit of clarity for y'all, if anybody wants to know. And what else? Yeah, I just appreciate you all. Anybody that would take the time to watch a video, throw a thumbs up, and walk with somebody. Even if it's just on YouTube. I mean, it's a pretty cool thing. And I appreciate all the comments that have come up. And I certainly in no way feel like my faith is trashed because I once was a marijuana addict and a user as a Christian. But like I said, it feels fantastic to know that I can have such a deeper relationship with him, sober-minded. Peace.